Welcome to your mat. We are going to flow into Virgo season, embodying the traits of Virgo here on our mat today. If you do have two yoga blocks and a strap, that will be helpful for today's practice. You can go ahead and get your props and then make your way back to your mat. And then we're going to start either on our back in Shavasana or in a supported fish. So supported fish, one block goes horizontal to support the head, the other one vertical along the spine to open up the chest. If this happens to be too much, you can always lower the height of either block. And if the vertical block along the spine is too much, you can take that block horizontal as well. And you can place that across the top of the shoulder blades. So just take a second and get comfortable. Make sure you have your props. Feel your whole body relax here. The eyes are softly closed, eliminating the light and the information that the eyes take in on a constant basis. The body is relaxed, it is opening, it's softening. And then begin to tap into the breath, feeling as it naturally moves through you. A gentle in and out. Belly rise with each inhale, belly fall with each exhale. With every exhale, feel yourself melt even deeper, either into the props beneath you or into any support beneath you. Virgo encourages you to use your discernment. So, throughout practice today, and as always, of course, use your discernment as you move. If your body is not responding well to the movement, either modify, adjust, or eliminate the movement from your practice. I am here simply to be your guide. You must first trust and listen to your own body, your own self, and allow everything that comes from me to be secondary to what your body is actually asking of you. Be very practical and methodical in our movements today. Intentionally focusing on the abdomen. The intestines are ruled by Virgo. We'll do some prone positions to activate that internal fire. And we'll focus on the hips to really just eliminate any debris that we may have gathered or that we may have carried over from Leo season. We only want to keep what the body needs and let go of anything that it doesn't. With your next few breaths here, start to notice the inhale and exhale moving through your nose. And if it isn't moving through your nose at this moment in time, see if you can gently close the lips and just breathe in and out of the nose. And then see here if you can breathe in for a count of three and then breathe out for a count of three. Now, as you breathe in, I want you to imagine the breath is moving from the midsection of the body, around the navel, all the way up to the throat, and then back down to the navel. Just firing up this whole midsection of our body. Virgo also relates to the fifth chakra, our throat chakra, as it is ruled by the planet Mercury. So it is going to help us facilitate how we speak, the words that we use to speak, the messages and the stories that we tell and that we share. So you may notice that you are feeling a little bit more motivated to be organized and to get back into a routine as the summer in the northern hemisphere starts to wind down. Your body craving the structure, craving that routine. Now, see here with your breath, if you can breathe in for 3 and out for 4. Feeling that breath from the midsection up to the throat and then down again. And then with your next round, see if you can breathe in for 3 and out for 5. After a few rounds of breathing out for 5, see if you can increase it one more breath to 6. Breathing in for 3 and out for 6. Here we begin to really balance out the nervous system. We begin to regulate the nervous system. When our exhales have the opportunity to be longer than our inhales, we put ourselves in our parasympathetic state where we are allowing ourselves to rest and digest, to nourish, to be calm, to be relaxed. Take 3 more rounds of breath, 3 in and up to 6 counts out. Always just listening to your body and doing what you can. And then at the end of your third round, come back to your natural rhythm of breath. Once you come back to your natural breathing patterns, start to invite movement back to your hands and your feet, wiggling through your fingers and your toes. If you have any props beneath you, just gently take a moment to roll off of them, move them off to the side. Return to your mat on your back, please and thank you. And once you arrive, take your knees into your chest, gently rock side to side. Begin to balance out the body physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually. Roll up into a tiny little ball. Give yourself the biggest hug. Beautiful. And then gently release everything down to the mat. Let your feet come flat and just let the legs just gently sway from left to right. Waking up the hips, waking up the digestive system. Good, really nice. Come back to center. Make sure your strap is handy. And then to begin, we're going to just take the right knee into the chest. Give it a good little squeeze. Beautiful. And if you feel like you're okay here with your foot flat to the floor, then you just stay. And if you feel like you have space, extend that left leg long, ground down through the heel, and continue drawing that right leg in toward right shoulder. Take 5 deep breaths here, feeling the belly press up towards your thigh, maybe even touches the thigh. Here we massage our ascending colon. Right side of the digestive tract. One more breath. Good. Gently release the leg away from the shoulder, stack it over the hip, and then cross over the body. Open up that right arm. Adjust the hips if you need to. Make sure you can press into the back of the head. Rotate the upper body, bringing both shoulder blades flat to your mat. Remembering that twists typically are coming from our waistline. So we have our lower body moving in one direction, our upper body moving in another, completely wringing out our entire digestive tract. Maybe here you can open up that right palm, look out to your fingertips. You can always use that left hand on top of the right leg as a little guide, or you can open up that left arm. Listen to your body. Take two more breaths in your twist. Beautiful. And then gently come back to center. Realign the spine, and then take your left knee into your chest. Good. Once you are settled in, you have the option to extend the right leg long. Heel down, toes back towards the shin, keeping that right leg active. Drawing that left leg in towards left shoulder, feeling the hips opening, moving in different directions. This time massaging the descending colon with the breath. Taking 3 deep breaths here. Wind relieving pose helps to alleviate any digestive discomfort. So make sure you listen to the body and know that this tool here, left and right side, are available to you anytime you are able to just bring your knees into the chest. You can do this seated, lying down. Beautiful. With your next breath, gently stack that left leg over the hip and then cross it over the body. Adjust the hips if you need to. Open up the left arm. Maybe look to the left hand. One more breath here in your twist. Beautiful. Gently unravel everything. Come back to center. Once the spine is straight and aligned, just let the legs gently sway from left to right. And then reach for your strap. And then when you're ready, take your strap around the ball of the right foot. So just below the toes, not the arch of the foot. The skin here is really sensitive. It's very close to tendons and to the arch of our foot. We have a lot going on here. We want to avoid that and get right underneath the toes, right to the ball of the foot. Stretch the right leg up to the sky. Hold on to the straps at either end. Make sure the backs of your arms are ideally on the mat. We don't need our arms all the way up the strap. I want to focus on the leg here. And once you feel like the strap is in a good spot, good position, I want you to extend that left leg as much as you're able to. Maybe you can get it nice and long. Drawing your right toes back to your face. Draw that leg in towards the body with every inhale. And then every exhale, feel yourself settle deeper into the pose. And if you need to take a few breaths, just holding in space where you are at the depth that you are currently in, listen to the body, follow those directions. And then when you feel like you've created space, take an inhale. Let yourself move on the exhale and then hold it here for a few more breaths. Targeting the backs of the legs, the hips. Beautiful. Bring your strap into your right hand. Take your left hand on top of your left hip. Turn your right toes to 1 o'clock and then open up your right leg. Now feel that entire inner right leg stretch out. Your muscles really appreciate this, especially after being seated or stagnant for a little while. Big deep breaths here, in and out through the nose. If you need an inhale through the nose and an exhale out of the mouth, let go. Whatever you need to release, let it go on the exhales. Your next breath is going to bring that left leg to center and then switch the strap into your left hand so you can cross that whole right leg over to the left side of your mat. The right arm extends just like we did on the first side of our twist. Just breathing into the depth. 2 more inhales and exhales. Cleanse, clear, release. Good. Bring that right leg all the way up to center. Hold it here. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Great work. Let's take that left foot and replace it into the strap. Let the right leg lower down. Maybe the foot reaches the mat. Maybe the whole leg comes down. And now this time we're going to take 1 strap into each hand. And then just like we did on the first side, we're going to breathe in and then breathe out, settle, find depth, listen to the body. This is one of the most beneficial stretches that you can do for the lower half of your body in a very passive way. You can do this while you're watching TV. You can do this in the morning. This helps to invite flexibility and range of motion into the hips and into the legs. Good. Take your strap into your left hand. Open up your toes to 11 o'clock. Right hand falls on top of right hip. And then we open up the left leg this time. Now keep in mind it might be the same depth as the right side, or it might be slightly different, and that's okay. Different is good. Breathing into the back of that left leg, into the left hip, into the left groin, into the belly, keeping the body present, calm, and aware. Great job. Next time you inhale, come up through center, switch your strap, let that leg fall over to the right, adjust however you need to along the way, and then open up the left arm this time. Now, naturally, that hip is going to want to hike up towards the ribs. So if that happens, or if you maybe think that's happening right now, I want you to feel yourself balance out the pelvis. You'll feel it right away. You'll know the adjustment in your own body. Good. With your next breath, bring the leg all the way up. Remove the strap, place it off to the side for just a moment, and then take that leg down, realign the spine, and then let both legs come nice and long onto the mat. Reach the arms overhead. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Really nice. Slide your feet flat to the mat. And then in your own way, just bring yourself all the way up to a seated position. Now, it can be any seat that you feel comfortable in. I'm going to sit in hero's pose, placing a block in between the legs, giving my hips a little bit of space here. Find your strap once again. We'll do some shoulder flossing. So we're going to open up the chest, open up the shoulders, because everything's connected. So if we want to feel that openness and that spaciousness in the hips and in our back, we also have to make sure we're paying attention to our shoulders and our chest. So I want you to start absolutely as wide as your arms can go. Hold the strap. Make sure the strap in front of you is tight. And then lift up, make sure it clears your ponytail, and then bring it down behind you. And then when you're ready, all the way up and then over. Now, if you're like, okay, I have some space, I have room in my shoulders to shorten my grip, go there. I always suggest being wider than the shoulders, anyways. And then we're going to lift up and then exhale, go back. And then lift up, exhale, go back. And now, if you realize that that's too short, you're going to find your sweet spot. Now, it might be the same or different than it was in previous practices. Maybe your shoulders are a little bit tighter, various reasons as to why they could be. We don't need a reason. We don't need to figure out why they're tight. We just want to make them feel more spacious. We want to make them feel that like they're not sticky anymore. And also when the shoulders have that freedom, that range of motion, our energy in the heart space and in the throat, in the neck, all of this energy becomes clearer, which is great for when we are speaking our truth or sharing our stories. Last one. Beautiful. Now, this time, let's reach the arms up and overhead. And we're going to just engage the core. So, draw that belly button up and into the spine, and then come over to one side. Pull down on the strap with the bottom hand, pull up on the strap with the top hand. Option to take your hand all the way down to the floor and then pull up. Beautiful stretch right into the side body, in between the ribs and the hips, in between each rib and our intercostal muscles, into the underarm. With your next breath, come all the way up and then change sides. Switching the polarity. Noticing which side needs a little bit more love. Allow yourself to spend an extra breath or two here. And then with your next breath, come all the way up. Release the strap down in front of you, and then just move it off to the side. Great. Roll out the shoulders a few times. Good. Let's bring right ear to right shoulder. Maybe take the left hand away. Maybe take the right hand to the top of the head. All options. Good. And then gently bring the head back to neutral. Bring the hand back to your lap. Left ear, left shoulder. Same options apply. Maybe take the right hand away. Maybe take the left hand on top of the head. Releasing any stress, any tension. Letting go of anything you're holding on to that's yours or maybe not. Using your discernment to be able to keep what's yours and to let go of what isn't. Good. Gently come back to center. Roll out the shoulders. Beautiful. Take that block and just place it off to the top of your mat and then come into a tabletop position. Now, of course, if you need to do anything in your practice to make yourself feel more comfortable with the wrists here, you can roll up the mat. And then as you roll up the mat, you create this little shelf for the hands. You just do whatever you need to do here to make yourself feel comfortable. And then once you're there, once you're in your mode, just start to bring shoulder towards hip, both sides, shoulder towards hip. Maybe look over each shoulder as you move. Good, and then come to center and then drop the belly down, chest and gaze come forward. Hold it here, 3 breaths. Draw your hands towards the knees, knees towards the hands. Feel like the front body is shortening, but we're stretching it so deeply. And then with your next breath, round the back, drop the head, press into the hands. Feel the back of the heart space opening. Good. And then next breath in, drop the belly, move over to the right, come all the way around to the left, and then down one more time, big circle. Pause at the bottom, and then change directions. Left, all the way around to the right, down. Left, all the way around, down. Good. Come back through center. Pause and just stay here. Take your right foot and step it outside of your right wrist. Inch the left knee back. Now here, you might want to reach for your blocks just to bring the earth a little bit closer to you, depending on how that right hip feels in this position. If you feel like you have the ability to draw the toes towards your shin and then come onto the pinky edge side of the foot, go ahead and open up that right leg. Option here to take your right hand to your right thigh and then push energy towards the leg, towards the knee rather, and then look over that right shoulder. Try to keep that back leg aligned. Good, and then unravel, come back. Beautiful. Take your blocks with you, straighten that right leg. Maybe you use your blocks to walk you forward. Straighten and then bend, dropping the hips, and then straighten, walk the legs back. Good. Coming forward. Nice, easy flow, moving into the body, into the hips. Good. Next time you come forward, stay there. Place the blocks down. Hands onto the mat as long as they reach. Lift up the back leg. Beautiful. From here, you might want to slide one block underneath the left hand. Keep the right foot flat and then open up that right arm to the sky. Good. Keep a nice healthy bend into the right leg. And then bring yourself back and down. Let the right hand touch your mat. Move the left block. And then we're going to sweep that right leg back and just let the hips rock from side to side. Beautiful work, yogis. Let's take the left foot outside of left wrist. Inch that right knee back. Good, just hold it here. Find your alignment. Breathe into the body. Option to draw the toes back towards the shin. And then open up onto that left pinky side of the foot. Beautiful. Ground down through that left foot. Maybe grab your blocks. And then begin to straighten the left leg as you shift the hips back. Good. Just move with the rhythm of your breath. Next time you bend into that left leg, stay there, lift up the back leg, keep your right hand planted, and then reach that left arm to the sky. Great work. Beautiful. Take that left hand down, take that left leg back, and then lower the knees down. Let's just move the blocks off to the side of the mat for a moment. Bring yourself into a modified plank, reaching the hips forward, engaging the belly, activating to protect the spine, and then slowly lower all the way down to the belly. Beautiful. From here, let's extend the legs nice and long. So let's lift them up a few times. Once you feel lengthened, bring them together as though they were one leg. You're going to use your adductor muscles, those muscles on the inside of the legs, drawing those legs together. We're going to keep it nice and strong here. Take an inhale, engage the lower belly, engage the glutes, and then gently start to peel the heart away. As you peel the heart away, reach the arms to the back of your mats. Palms can be down, palms can be in. Listen to the shoulders. And then we take 3 big breaths here. Breathing into the mat, breathing into your body from head to toe. Very nice. Release the hands down, lower the heart down. And then take an inhale, press yourself all the way up. Exhale, hips back, child's pose. And take 5 deep breaths here. If you feel like you need to move, consider walking your hands to the left or the right side of the mat. Stretch out the body, continually opening up. Good, really nice. Begin to shift yourself forward. Lower back down onto your belly. Beautiful. Bring those legs together as though they were one. This time, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and then draw the shoulder blades together. It's naturally going to lift up your heart space when you do this. Try to bring the palms of the hands together, squeeze the legs together. Maybe you lift up the legs as you lift up the chest. Hovering here in Shalabhasana, breathing belly into mats, into the earth. Imagining your intestines, this windy road. Keep drawing the legs together. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Press down into your mat. Gently transition back, this time downward facing dog. Imagining your intestines like this long winding road. Eventually leading you to the place where you are confident and free to let go. Where you choose to eliminate what no longer is serving you. Detoxing the body. Really nice. Let's take an inhale, rise high to the toes, bend the knees, and then step the left foot flat. Good job. Take an inhale, rise high to those right toes, and then step the right foot flat. Even out the feet. And then start to walk your hands back towards the feet. Lengthen the spine. Forward fold on the breath out. Beautiful. Lengthen the spine. And forward fold, breath out. Awesome. Start to bend your knees. Reach the arms forward, coming into your chair pose. You are welcome to keep your feet hip distance apart, or you can bring the legs together. I'm going to opt into feet together, legs together, like as if I had one leg. I'm going to sit back into the chair and then take left hand outside of right leg, right hand to lower back, moving into a twist. And play with my depth here, reaching that left hand down towards my right ankle, seeing how this feels in the body, and then taking the back of my hand towards the outside of the ankle. Deepening the twist, knowing you have varying degrees of depths. So just listen to your body. Good. Next breath out. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head drop. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, reach the arms forward, finding that chair pose once again. Feet have the weight into the heels. Then we're going to take the right hand this time, bring it outside a left knee. Left hand comes to lower back, twisting it out, wringing it out. Maybe opening up the palm to the outside of the left leg, maybe sliding that hand all the way down towards the ankle. Unravel everything. Let it all go. Start to walk your hands forward, coming back into that downward facing dog position. And then walk your feet back so you're on your tippy toes. Good. Take an inhale, ripple the body forward. And then exhale, lower down to your belly. Chaturanga Dandasana. Untuck the toes. Good. Let's bend into the right leg. Take your left arm in front of you like a kickstand. And just draw that heel in towards the glute. Beautiful. Switch sides. Lovely. Release that second side. And then bring yourself up into a Sphinx pose, coming onto your forearms. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Legs are long behind you. Heart is shining forward. There's a slight activation happening in the belly. It's protecting the lower back. The navel is drawing in towards the spine. Beautiful. With this activation, take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Gently lower yourself halfway down. Bring your weight onto the right side and then take that left leg so your knee is in line with your hip. And then take your left hand down onto your mat. Your right arm is going to weave underneath that left arm. And then you're going to open up into this beautiful, gigantic twist. We've been here already today. We're just coming in from a different path. Notice if this feels better, worse, different, the same. Next breath, come forward onto the belly. Bring yourself up onto your forearms here in your half frog. Good. And then with your next few breaths, you're gently going to bring that left leg back and then switch. Right leg comes out. Half frog. Right hand comes down so that the left arm can weave underneath. And then we open up the body. One side might feel a lot easier to get into than the other. It's just intel for our practice. We know where to spend a few extra breaths, where we need to care or nurture our body a little bit more, maybe following practice even. Good. This time you're going to come back, extend that right leg before you even get to your belly. And then bring yourself up to a tabletop position. And then take your right knee to your right wrist, coming into a pigeon. From external rotation in one direction to external rotation in another direction. And let's find our space here, looking over that back shoulder, making sure that left leg is strong and long, keeping us balanced. And then walking down any amount into your pigeon pose, maybe turning it into a resting pigeon. You could turn it into a little bit of a twist, taking that left forearm down and then using that right arm into the earth to twist the body. Beautiful. Take 2 more breaths in your pigeon pose on the right side. And then you'll begin your gentle transition out, taking any moves you need to in order to bring space into that right hip. And then as soon as you're ready, you'll take the left knee to the left wrist and then change sides. Taking the same care and effort to align your body here. And then just breathing into your pigeon pose, whatever this variation looks like for you. Trying the twist, take your right forearm to the floor, left hand down to your mat, press it into the earth, revolve the body. And then when you're ready, you can come back to center. Take a few more breaths here. And then walking yourself up, just rolling onto that left hip, coming around onto your bottom. Once you arrive here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Good. Sitting up tall, spine is long. Gentle engagement of the core. And then we'll breathe in, and with an exhale, leaning forward as far as you're able with that long spine. Chin is slightly tucked. Imagine that string is reaching out from the crown of your head, pulling you on a diagonal. Allowing yourself to move as far down towards your feet as possible. And then gently bringing yourself all the way up, taking the knees together. Beautiful. Hands come behind you and just rock the legs. When you're ready, you can just transition onto your back or your belly today for your final resting posture. Whatever you decide it to be, whether prone or supine, back or belly, let yourself just settle in to your space, settle into the body, feeling the body relax. And then once you've settled in, I invite you to take a big breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top. Gather up all of the belongings inside of your body that are no longer serving you. You're ready to let them go. Gather them, gather them, gather them. And then open up your mouth and sigh it out. Make a sound, H-A, ha. Good, do it again. Big breath in. Hold it at the top. H-A, ha. One more time. Gather all of your week's energy, your month's energy, your year's energy, anything you're holding on to that isn't serving you. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Hold at the top, acknowledge it. Let yourself see what you are letting go of. And then H-A, ha. Beautiful. Feel the whole body relax. Feel the whole body settle. Feel the whole body relax. Feel everything settle. Know that you are being guided on the right path, intuitively and universally, so long as you listen to your body. How can you be of service to your body, to your physical vessel? Maybe being of service to your body is dedicating a day of the week to spend on movement or breath work or pampering or bathing, nurturing. Maybe another day of the week is dedicated to your physical exertion, taking care of your temple. Take 8 breaths here, each breath taking you deeper, deeper, and deeper into your state of relaxation. Know you are exactly where you are meant to be, and when the moment is right, I will bring you back. And with your next few breaths, just gently place your hands over your heart. Send yourself gratitude. Place your hands over your belly. Thank your body for working for you always, keeping you healthy and keeping you nourished, helping you to eliminate all that no longer serves you. And take your hands to your head, however you'd like to place them there. And thank your beautiful thoughts, your stories, your tales. Thank them for coming through, for allowing your imagination to take flight, allowing you to see things before they happen, or to see things like a movie, however you visualize. Send yourself gratitude and thanks for this opportunity, all the beautiful thoughts that you think. We think over 60,000 thoughts a day. So maybe not everyone is beautiful, but the fact that we can think these thoughts is a beautiful thing. Beautiful. When you're ready, release your arms, wiggle your toes, stretch out the body. And when you're ready, gently transition into a seated position. Once you are seated, let's take one final breath together. And inhale as you reach the arms up to gather energy. And exhale to pull it into your heart. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Welcome to Virgo season. Be well, go in peace. Namaste. Thanks, yogis.